The Ukrainian Air Force conducted a strike on the enemy positions in the industrial zone of the village of Tetkino in the Kursk region of Russia. The corresponding video was published by the Sunflower Telegram channel. It is reported that the strike had been carried out by a MiG-29 fighter jet using a French AASM high-precision bomb. Judging by the footage, the bomb hit one of the buildings of a local sugar factory. It pierced the roof, detonated inside, and destroyed an entire section of the structure. According to Sunflower, the destroyed building housed enemy equipment and drones. For reference, in 2023, this sugar plant sued the Russian Ministry of Defense, demanding compensation of 75 million rubles for the damage caused to the enterprise after it was occupied by Russian troops. However, the Russian court dismissed the claim. In late March, Ukrainian Aviation struck a command and observation post located on the territory of the neighboring Tetkino enterprise. At the time, the Russians were trying to deploy a Murom long-range surveillance system and communication systems at the facility. The strike was carried out on the top of the building, presumably using a GBU-39 small precision-guided bomb. AASM is an upgrade kit for free-falling unguided aerial bombs, similar to the US JDAM. It consists of a front part with a guidance system and flaps, and a rear part with an accelerator to increase the range. France has two types of AASMs in service: Hammer 250 for Mark 82, 227 kilograms, and Hammer 1000 for Mark 84, 908 kilograms, bombs. The nose part of the kit can be equipped with three variants of guidance systems: inertial with GPS correction, inertial with a thermal seeker, or inertial with laser guidance. An explosion rocked a thermal power plant in the Russian city Orenburg, the local emergency services ministry reported. As a result, a fire broke out at a substation in the morning, leaving many local residents without power. There were no casualties, and the fire has now been extinguished. It took a force of 20 people to put out the fire, which covered 10 square meters. Russia's Unified Operational Dispatch Service blamed the fire on a short circuit at the transformer substation, Russian media reported. Orenburg lies close to the border with Kazakhstan, around 1,700 kilometers from Kiev and 1,200 kilometers from Moscow. The Russian Defense Ministry said it destroyed Ukrainian drones in the Rostov and Belgorod oblasts overnight, but did not report on any drones in Orenburg Oblast. A gas station owned by Russian energy giant Lukoil is located near the plant, as reported by Russian independent media Astra. Ukrainian drones have regularly targeted Russia's oil and gas assets in a bid to undermine Moscow's war machine, which relies on profits from the energy sector. A Ukrainian attack on March 19th caused a huge fire at an oil refinery in Krasnodar Krai that raged for nearly a week. A Russian tank attempted to break through the defenses of Ukraine's 141st Mechanized Brigade, but met a fatal end. A Javelin ATGM struck its turret, followed by a hit from the heavy VAMPIRE bomber. The Javelin anti-tank guided missile has played a critical role in Ukraine, providing frontline troops with powerful portable firepower. Its fire and forget system allows soldiers to lock onto Russian tanks and armored vehicles, then relocate quickly to safety. Highly effective against modern armor, the Javelin has become a symbol of Ukraine's resistance, credited with stopping numerous armored advances during key battles. Video from a Russian showing the meat recycling center where wounded Chemobiki outcasts from a crippled regiment stand in line to receive new combat uniforms and kit before being sent back to the front.
In general, they gather us. Here we are in this room. They gather those with canes. True, it's a bit dark. Step aside a little.
Well, come on. Come here. It's warmer here.
I asked the guys outside. Here we have guys standing with crutches, with canes, including me. Faces, of course, are hard to see.
Going to beat the enemy.
Yes, let's go.
Category D. They send everyone without legs, without arms, on crutches.
Blind people, disabled people down. That's for destruction.
Yes, they're just
They turned on the light.
genocide, damn it, they organized here. Here we are getting gear before the road. Here. They are sending us. That's all. Here.
The Phoenix Regiment of Unmanned Systems stopped a Russian mechanized assault near Kuryumka. An armored vehicle, MTLB, and Russian positions were destroyed. Crews were eliminated. The assault was neutralized before it could even break through defensive lines. Unmanned systems like those used by the Phoenix Regiment have become a crucial part of Ukraine's battlefield strategy. Drones spot targets in real time, while weapons like the Javelin ATGM and FPV drones deliver devastating firepower. This fusion of technology and tactics allows smaller, agile units to defeat larger enemy forces with minimal exposure. Near Kuryumka, it proved decisive once again. Another example of how Ukraine's innovative use of unmanned systems is reshaping modern warfare. The Phoenix Regiment's actions near Kuryumka also underline a growing trend. Drones and lightweight anti-tank weapons are now the frontline tools of modern infantry. As heavier Russian assaults continue, Ukraine's ability to strike first, and accurately, keeps shifting the momentum. Every destroyed vehicle weakens the enemy's advance and boosts the morale of Ukrainian defenders holding critical ground. For the first time, Ukraine's unmanned systems forces have unveiled its new laser weapon, Trizub. It can destroy drones, bombs, and missiles at up to 3,000 meters, and aircraft, helicopters, recon drones at up to 5,000 meters. The introduction of Trizub signals a new era in Ukraine's defense strategy, where directed energy weapons are no longer experimental but battlefield-ready. Fast, precise, and cost-effective, lasers like Trizub are ideal for countering the massive drone swarms and missile attacks Ukraine faces daily. As these systems are deployed across the front, they'll drastically reduce the enemy's ability to strike from the air. President Trump extends Biden's 2021 sanctions on Russia, continuing the state of emergency to counter Russia's malign activities. The order targets cyber attacks, corruption, election interference, and violations of international law, with measures to protect U.S. security and democracy.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.